You can't delete Threads accounts.
Yeah, if you delete that,
it deletes your Instagram.
yeah, I already set myself up for that one, but
Yourself,
I don't really use Twitter, so it's all good. I'm not trying to pay for Twitter.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Welcome to the Broccoli Pod. We're your hosts. I'm Augie Dupre.
I'm Capital J, and today we're here with our guest.
Zaden Z.
And we on the road today. We out in Chico,
California.
On the road.
Yep.
Yo.
DoorDash broccoli.
Broccoli by the college.
Broccoli.
Broccoli by the bush. I don't know.
The burning bush. Going back to what we were talking about.
Check our Patreon.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, they're going to be pissed when
You
they
went
find out
deeply-
it's not there.
If you want deeply philosophical conversations, follow us on Patreon.
For
Jamie, look that
4-minute
up.
clips of dumbass shit.
Yeah. Mixed with like 1 minute of real shit.
1 minute of my music.
Yeah.
So what's up, Zay? How's it going, bro?
It's good. You know,
Yeah,
I've been
dude.
chilling.
Thanks for having us out here.
Yeah, I
Letting us
appreciate
set
you
up
guys.
in your spot.
Yeah.
Of course.
dude.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, I
For real.
appreciate you guys coming out here. Appreciate you guys hitting me up.
Yeah,
For real,
definitely.
yeah.
Our homie YBZ put us on to you. He
Yeah.
just got on the podcast. His episode will probably come out right before this one.
Yeah, probably
Hell
seen them in
yeah.
a recent episode.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for those. Keep watching. If you haven't seen them already, go back and check out some of our older episodes. They are only getting better, so if you barely watch this one, just watch the next ones.
Yeah. And put in your input. Like the only way we get better, like we like see our own faults, but the only way that we get better is by other people, like, you know,
Yeah.
talking to us and giving us input.
Yeah, comment, like, help us out. Appreciate y'all.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so we just listened to one of your songs.
Yep, that was Bitch Give Me Space.
Yeah.
That's just on a little like EP type of thing on my SoundCloud, just called 888.
Hell yeah, bro.
But I'm releasing or working on something right now called, well, I'm either going to call it Unreliable or I'm going
Okay.
to call it Infinitus. And I
Okay.
know that's like totally different, but like
Yeah.
Infinitus is like the Latin root for infinity.
Yeah.
And like I kind of want to fuck with like, this is weird too. I want to kind of fuck with like the space theme and like a, what is it? Like a narrative album.
cool.
Yeah.
Not like the music itself.
Like with skits and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Not like the songs themselves, but the songs could put you in the vibe.
Yeah, a few.
Yeah.
But like, skits and stuff, and like there's a story going on, something fun. Something I've been wanting to do for a minute.
Yeah, like a complete thought, like all the way through. Once you listen through, you're like, oh, I understood that.
Exactly, and sometimes the skits kind of help that. Like,
They definitely like bring the narrative along, because if somebody's not like figuring it out, like they just listen to one of the skits and like, okay, I kind of feel the
Yeah,
vibe now.
Back on track here.
Yeah.
It helps.
exactly. I feel like you can have fun
things
with that too, with like a rap album. Like rap's full of metaphors, and like
Mhm.
you can make this whole entire piece like a whole metaphoric piece. You know?
Yeah.
Well, look at people like Eminem's a great example. Like his albums are full of skits,
Mhm.
and they're good.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I mean? People love that shit.
that's
I
something.
like Joyner's
yeah,
80
Joyner.
album. That one's like a real cohesive album.
Have you
Yeah.
listened to Joyner's like first album? What was it? I think it was like shit. I don't even remember, but I have the tattoo of that's that's his face on the album cover,
Mhm.
and it was like this.
Yeah,
song
Along
sick,
Came
yeah.
Joyner.
Yeah, Along Came Joyner. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to say something like
Augie
that,
knows
but
everything
it
about-
didn't sound right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Along Came Joyner was like this hella dope cohesive piece that was still
Yeah.
somewhat amateur. So like
Yeah,
in a
because
sense-
he didn't really blow up until Ross Cappuccioni and Keep It
Yeah.
100 and
Well,
that,
you know,
that
Hobson,
album.
Hobson brought him on tour. Y'all know Hobson?
Yeah. Hobson
I-
was the first concert I ever saw.
Dude, yeah, same. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
it was with Joyner though. I
Oh,
went out to see
nice.
Hobson. I was listening to like I'm Sorry by Joyner and
Yeah.
like getting really into it with Ross Cappuccioni, I'm Sorry and all that. And then Hobson brought him out and performed for him. And
That's
there
tight.
at the show, Joyner was like, I just signed a $3 million deal.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
And then I think he's out
That's
of that
dope.
now or
That's
something.
awesome.
But that's
Yeah,
just
because
dope as hell.
now he's doing his own thing. He's got the Tully app,
Yeah, that's
which is actually pretty sick if you're an artist that doesn't have like any equipment around. Tully's great. It's like a combination between like a streaming platform, and it's also like a social media platform, but it's also like a garage band.
yeah.
So like you
people,
can go on, record your own music through there. It's
yeah,
got
people
some
post
samples.
beats.
Yeah, and then you know
And you can
Joyner
record
also
it
does
on
like
the app.
challenges and stuff with other bigger artists.
Mhm.
Like oh, remix this song or put a verse on this song, and someone's gonna get picked to do a remix on this song.
Oh, that's
So
pretty
it's,
cool.
Yeah,
it's a lot of cool stuff. It's a smaller platform still, but it's
Yeah.
it's definitely gaining traction.
I entered in one of those a while ago. I don't remember which one it was, but it was just like a freestyle contest
Yeah.
for like a feature.
Yeah, I
And,
did
like-
one of those too.
Did you
Yeah.
guys ever have the battle rap app?
Battle rap?
Yeah, I did.
I think it was
Yeah.
Burner's app.
Was it?
Yeah, I think he made it.
There was a lot of shit talk on there, man. Like heavy shit talk.
Dude, like Dirt Nasty used to be on there,
Oh,
and
oh,
he was like
yeah.
#1 on there, bro. And
No,
what
I
it
forgot
was
about
is you
that.
would like, it
Oh, I
was
have heard
basically
about
like
that,
a
yeah.
list of like open source videos, and you had like a minute, and you could pick any beat and put it on there. It had like a whole list of beats or whatever, and you could do it, and you could do it for like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, or a minute, and you would just like freestyle trash the other guy that you were
Yeah.
going against.
Oh,
And like they'd
They'd
put
have,
them
like,
up next to
brackets.
each, yeah, and they had like brackets and shit.
Yeah.
And Dirt Nasty
Okay.
used to like fucking trash that app.
nice.
I think Twista was on there for a second.
Dude, there was a
too, and
couple like
shit,
pros on there that were like really good.
Yeah, there were rappers
Really, I
that were
heard
like.
Ti was on there too.
Yeah, that's, like there were rappers that were like actually like in the game,
the
that
game,
were
yeah.
on there. There were rappers
Honestly,
that were
if
like
I was
OG.
like that big, I would love to do something like that. That'd be so much fun.
And it was such a small
Like, it's
app
humbling.
that like
Yeah.
it was really cool because it felt like I felt like I could like get on there and battle like Burner or whatever.
Yeah,
like I
like-
could get on there and actually rap with somebody that's like really cool. I never ended up doing
that's
that.
that's a
but-
really cool concept because, like you said, like you could get the opportunity to go up against someone big because
Yeah.
you could be better than all the greats at battle rapping.
Yeah.
Because
And-
you know,
I did it with a couple of strangers or whatever. Like it was like it's basically on like Omegle or Zoom or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. And you're like zooming in with this dude for a minute and
Yeah.
like Snapchat clips.
and
It was
just
pretty
fucking
cool.
roasting him.
It was pretty fun actually, dude.
That's
I had a
just
couple
funny.
good ones. I was like, damn.
There were apps way before that were dead ass just shit talking.
Yeah.
Like that shit was like a gamer shit talking. That it was bad. I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, so you're
live.
into gaming and like streaming and shit like that.
yeah, I would like to make money from that, but it's hard to,
I feel it.
you know,
Are you
do
pretty
in
good?
a sense. I think I'm decent in a sense. It depends, I guess, what we're playing. Like I've been playing a lot of Fortnite recently. Just
Yeah.
like I stopped playing after I don't know when, but I stopped playing for like 2 years, 3
Yeah.
years or something, and then my friends were all like, "Hey, let's play again."
Yeah.
And we all 3 or 4 of us just all hopped back on after like 3 years, and we've been playing for the last like since like December now.
Nice.
It's still
So-
pretty big.
Yeah, it's still pretty big. The thing is, if you guys haven't played in a while, your first couple games are gonna be hella easy, which will, I think in a way will be like make it more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of like skill based matchmaking.
because it draws you back in. They know that.
Well, there's a lot of skill based matchmaking. So like, but we'll take people complain about it. We take advantage of it. We'll just
Yeah.
put like the lowest level person as host or something.
Yeah.
You know, have
or
fun
you just
with
get a
it.
Smurf account.
We're still not gonna. Yeah, exactly. It's 100 players. It's still not gonna get a guaranteed win every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I've been playing recently. I've made a Fiverr account so I could like make
Nice.
some money, and like I've had this dude that's been paying me like $10 every weekend to play with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
dude,
and just,
that's
like,
sick.
I
Oh,
think
that's
it's like
cool.
yeah. I don't. I mean, no judgment, but I don't know like who's paying for to play. But
Dude, some people
but it's
like
cool,
don't
and,
have
like a
friends or like they might
Yeah.
not have a circle of people that are as like skilled or interested in what they
yeah,
are.
into gaming as much
yeah,
as they do.
And,
Like Augie and I are really good friends, but I don't play video games at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
You know?
And that's kind of how I did market like the page is like if you don't got anyone to play with or anyone that matches your skill level, like you know.
Yeah.
And then this guy is always just wants me to invite my friends all the time too, because he just like
Wants people to play with
the
him, but-
tiers are like $5 to play for an hour,
Mm-hmm.
$10 and I'll get you a win, and 15 and we're playing for 2 hours.
Oh, that's nice.
And like
Nice.
yeah, so he's been paying me like $10, and like we got a win last weekend. We played yesterday. We didn't get a win, but I told him that I won't complete the order until we do.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
but I thought it was a kid because I was like treating him like a kid. But he told me he was like 20 yesterday, but he still like was like, I'm having a lot of fun with you and all that. So
Nice.
No, dude, that's
know?
cool. That's honestly,
Yeah.
I think that's actually the purpose of the internet is to like help people who, dude, you
Who
don't know
wanna
the
just-
situation, bro.
exactly. I don't like
You might live in like fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog's house, you know?
He might live in North Korea.
No, I
So-
know I feel in a sense because like a lot of reason like I'm into gaming is because like
Yeah.
just like my come up and like
Yeah.
I didn't come up in the best household, so like gaming to distract myself or to be away from everybody,
Yeah.
you know. So like
I feel that.
yeah,
I was doing the streaming thing for a little while too. Last year I started, and dude, it's a tough gig.
it's a grind.
Um,
That's what I'm saying. Like I did YouTube in high school. I actually did it twice in my life, like in the sense of like 2 YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Like when I was like in elementary school, I made a Minecraft channel. Like, we probably all did. I don't know if y'all did, but
I never
you
played
know what I mean. Like
Minecraft.
But I did play Minecraft.
A lot of motherfuckers did.
Yeah, I did play Minecraft for sure.
Play it on the Switch every
But-
once in a while right
yeah.
now, but that's pretty much it.
But I got
walked around. Cube.
Nice.
Cube.
Grass block.
But yeah, I had like a Minecraft channel growing up and like as a little kid. And then once I like grew up and like hit puberty and stuff, I was like, I'm gonna make a Call of Duty channel.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that's just naturally how it goes.
Yeah, man.
And I was like separating myself, but I got like 1,000 subscribers on the first channel, and then I got like 300 or something on the Call of Duty channel.
Nice.
And that was during the days of like FaZe doing like cut comms. Do y'all remember that? Like,
I've never really
I never
been
watched
into gaming very
FaZe.
much.
Makes
I
sense.
watched
Just,
more
like-
of like the feel good like videos. Like,
Yeah,
I
but-
watched like a lot of Yogscast and stuff like that.
Makes
like
sense,
those
but
are the style.
did y'all ever watch like gaming YouTube and like?
I used to watch like some Twitch. I like Nick Merckx and shit.
Yeah.
Like I like a couple of people.
They would like make these like cut comms where essentially you're just playing the game and talking, and then just cutting the game and your like audio.
They
at the
do that
same
a
time,
lot.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they do that a
that's-
lot for like TikToks and stuff now.
In a sense, yeah, it's more like TikToks now, but it used to be full 30-minute videos
Yeah.
on YouTube where it was cut comms, and like that's what I was getting into because I would just talk about my life.
Welcome to another segment of Broccoli Q&A. We're your hosts. I'm Augie Dupre.
I'm Capital J, and today we're here with.
Zaden Z.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So what we like to do on this is still a very experimental program that we got going on here. So we're going to ask you some questions. It's going to be Google's most asked questions. They might not exactly make sense, but just do your best to answer them.
Hey, I got this.
Hell yeah.
We'll try not to do the ones that we did last time.
No, you do them. I don't
Okay.
even know what they are.
Where can I find happiness?
Weed.
Relative. Okay. That's the 6th most asked question on Google.
Damn.
It kind of shows where our generation's at right
Yeah,
now.
damn. What are they trying to
And that's
do?
probably the number one most answered, which is also.
It sounds like a delusional question in a sense. Like you can't just, you know, like, I don't want to get hella philosophical here, but you know, you can't just like find happiness, right?
No, happiness is something.
They're like, oh, you got to go
Yeah,
to
you
San
make it,
Francisco.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
where
It's
do
all
you
in the
find it?
streets.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's in the streets.
Just go in
It's
San Francisco and take a deep breath.
It's definitely not there. That is definitely not there.
You know what? Honestly,
Yeah.
if it's gonna be anywhere, Amazon Prime.
No,
Amazon Prime.
That's
no,
true.
I work for Amazon.
$19.99.
No,
not,
I work
not
for
working there,
Amazon.
but when you get your packages, you're like, oh, that like dopamine. You're like, I just got a package,
But-
and then also you can be like, I didn't get my package, and they're like, we're gonna send you another one.
You could kill
Yeah.
the dopamine by going on the Amazon subreddit and seeing all the drivers complaining about their jobs.
Oh god,
Dude, I was actually thinking that they would, because they're Amazon, have something that says like happiness in a box for $19.99. You know, like,
maybe you can buy
yeah, you
happiness
just
at Amazon.
that's what I'm saying. I'm sure
someone
they sell
markets it. Yeah.
they sell
Yeah,
it.
it like kind of reminds me of like what is it, the Lorax, except without air, it's happiness.
All right,
That's it.
number 7th most asked question on Google. Where do the crawdads sing?
Florida.
Okay.
Louisiana.
That was yeah.
I don't know, man.
Louisiana would be my first, but Florida was a close second.
I don't know
yeah.
shit about crawdads. I know you can like catch them in the mud with like bacon.
Well, they don't normally sing.
you ever caught a
but-
crawdad?
No, I just heard about people doing it.
Oh.
I've like found them. I guess like
They're
I
like
found them in
little
the
baby
river.
lobsters. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I found, but I haven't like actually went out and caught them to like eat them or nothing.
Oh, well, you don't eat them when you're
Some
little.
people,
I mean,
some people do.
I don't. I just mean
Yeah.
like when you're a young kid, you just like grab,
Yeah, I mean, I've
yeah,
grabbed- I've
grab a
grabbed
few
it a
of
few
them,
times, yeah.
catch crawdads.
I never thought of them as like mini lobsters.
I
They
didn't
could-
think so
They
either.
could
I
pinch
thought-
you,
I thought
bro.
I thought they were mini lobsters for the longest time as a kid, and then they were like, "No, this is something else."
I was like, these aren't dangerous. These aren't actual lobsters.
No.
And then I was like, they could definitely still like get my ass. But
You know the whole thing about like rivers flowing into oceans and shit. I really took that like to heart as a kid. I was like, these lobsters are coming from the ocean.
And they're
All-
shrinking.
they're coming all the
They're
way up
shrinking
here.
It's
on
the
the-
fresh water, man.
No, these are baby lobsters. They all start up here
Yeah,
like
and then they
salmon,
float down the
and they float
Sacramento.
downstream.
exactly. That's what I thought.
Whoa,
Whoa,
What happened?
you just can't. We just had an epiphany.
that's what happens.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly
Crawdads
what
are just
Whoa.
baby lobsters that just don't
that
go
haven't made
downstream.
it to the ocean yet.
Huh?
Well, you know, like eels are like Have you guys heard about eels?
Eels are crazy, dude.
They didn't know where they came from for the longest fucking time.
They still don't know where they actually come from. They know where their mating ground is, but they don't know like.
But they'll mate here and then they'll be in like the ocean and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know, they'll like mate in like some river or some lake somewhere, and then they'll end up in like the Atlantic Ocean. So
And they travel so much. Eels are like one of the craziest things that like they've just started really making recent discoveries
the Loch
on.
Ness monster is that eel,
Yeah,
big ass eel,
Elian.
alien.
I don't know. I think it's a Leopleurodon.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh.
What's a Leopleurodon?
Well, you obviously don't know who Charlie is.
Yeah.
You talking about penguins? You talking about Charlie?
What?
You're talking about?
Charlie.
What are you talking about?
Charlie.
Charlie, Candy Mountain. Adventure to Candy Mountain. Come on to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
It's a magical Leopleurodon.
This motherfucker's never seen. I don't even remember what it's called.
Charlie?
Charlie something.
Charlie the magical unicorn or something?
No.
The enchanted unicorn? Yeah.
Are you talking about like?
Hold on.
Are you talking about the one with like the dude with like a triangle hat?
No, it's
like
like a animated cartoon
That's
from
the llama.
from YouTube before.
That was from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this.
This is
other
like
animated
old
cartoon.
YouTube. This might be like our era of YouTube.
Well, how old are you guys? Like
27.
That's what I thought. Yeah, like 26, 27. That's not. I mean.
Oh, I think it's just called. Yeah, it's just called Charlie the Unicorn.
Oh, I mean, shit. No, me and my fucking friends were just talking about this the other day. I remember it, but I don't remember all the clips.
I don't think we
You know
can
what I
watch
mean?
this on YouTube.
Yeah. Just kidding. Imagine
You guys
it playing right here.
Everybody.
You guys
has
could do
seen
less
Charlie.
than 30 seconds.
Everybody's seen Charlie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know why I never thought about it as Charlie. Isn't it the same? No, never mind. You know what? It isn't Charlie that I seen. I keep thinking about the one llama thing.
The llamas
Yeah.
with hats. What?
Llamas with hats.
His name's Charlie too, I think.
It might be, but that's what I think about every time.
Charlie.
Carl.
It's Carl, yeah.
Carl.
Yeah, that's what I always remember.
You
when
can't
someone
kill
talks about
people
that.
and eat their hands, Carl.
Oh, I am so sorry.
You can't make a meat dragon with all the bodies that you killed.
My tummy was giving me the rumblies that only hands can satisfy.
Dude, I love that.
Oh, shit.
The
That old
weird
YouTube was
fucking
something else.
like creepy pasta shit that we all used to watch, dude.
Dude, those days,
Have you guys-
YouTube was something else.
YouTube unfiltered.
It still exists. Y'all ever heard of Pamtree?
What?
Pamtree? Pamtri. It's this dude that it's like SpongeBob shit, but it's made in like I don't even know what software. It's this shitty ass like animation, like jagged, and like it's creepy. Like we could probably watch a clip in a second. It's like that's what like exists nowadays. It's almost creepier
There's also
than that.
like Meat Canyon
Yeah, I remember.
and Hellbenders. Dude, Meat Canyon is
Dude,
actually
maybe I
like
didn't go as deep as you guys.
Meat Canyon is
that
bad.
was like
It's
pre-monetization.
bad. Yeah.
You
No,
know?
they never got monetized, and they have millions and millions of views.
Yeah.
All right, so the next ask question: how many ounces in a cup?
8.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's right.
That does sound right.
I'm not gonna research it, but
Yeah, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
It's either 8 or 12.
it's 8. I think. I think we looked this up on the last
Yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
16's in a bottle.
16 in a bottle,
16.1 in a bottle.
well, and these cups that I gave you guys are probably like 16.
Okay,
83.
let's see. Is Europe a country?
No.
Nice. Let's see.
Is that really one
Yeah.
of the most asked questions?
Yep, it
Americans?
is.
People are
Yeah.
so fucking dumb.
Yeah,
Americans.
dude.
No, they're so dumb.
God damn. Something else.
Let's see.
You can ask like about states and shit, and people have no idea. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know some people that think we have like 52 states or some shit like that. Like, people don't really, I don't know, they just don't pay attention or something.
There's only 50 stars.
Yeah, exactly.
So these are the most asked can questions, and the top 3 through 8 is can dogs eat questions. So I'm just gonna run through those real quick. Just give your best guess.
Oh.
Can dogs eat bananas?
Yeah.
Can dogs eat strawberries?
Yeah.
Can dogs eat apples?
Yes.
Can dogs eat watermelon?
Without the seeds.
Okay. Can dogs eat grapes?
No.
My dog can pretty much eat anything, but I just don't know what would kill him.
I just look up.
Can dogs eat tomatoes?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. Listen, whatever we said is accurate.
Do you have the answers, or you just?
No, I don't.
Okay.
It doesn't give you.
No,
the
just trust
answers.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, just trust us.
And
Trust me, bro.
last 2, can we go to heaven with tattoos?
Shit. No.
And can men get pregnant?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Not trying to get,
2023.
not trying to
clearly.
get canceled. So yes.
Well, no, when I think deeply, no, genuinely, when I think deeper about it, it's like, yes, but I was going to automatically say no just because of, like, I don't know, my automatic answer. You know what I mean?
Biology.
Yeah, but
Just because that's the truth.
but I
or
guess, like,
what?
well, no, I mean, like,
Because up until like
There
this
was, like,
year,
that-
there wasn't a single
no.
man that ever had a baby.
no, there wasn't this year, but there was, like,
2 years
way
ago, maybe?
before, no, like,
There's definitely
maybe
been
like
some
15
like
years ago or some shit like that. There was some
Well,
dude
there's
like on
definitely some-
Ellen and Oprah and shit.
I do remember something.
Yeah,
about
there's
I mean-
some genetic deficiencies that can make you do pretty much anything. There's a genetic
Yeah,
deficiency.
well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
And people can be
anomaly.
born with,
Both.
people can be born as both sexes, and like with all these extra sex chromosomes as
Yeah.
well. So like,
Technically, I guess yes,
And-
it is possible.
virgin birth is possible too with women. So if something happens with like a man having uterus, also that could happen with a trans man.
Did you
but-
just say a woman can be a virgin and
Yeah,
give birth?
they did like some scientific tests. It's like there's like virgin birth that supposedly
What?
can only be they can supposedly only give birth to a female, but
So Jesus was a female.
well,
No,
Mary.
Jesus was a miracle.
I think Jesus was just a guy. Like not discounting religion. I just think Jesus was like they just like over exaggerated him. I think he was like maybe like a messenger or something.
Like
You
a
know what I mean?
prophet.
Yeah, I don't think he was like walking
That's
on
what
water.
all
and
other
shit.
religions see him as.
Yeah, I don't think. Besides,
Like he walked on water. It was just like a couple of puddles, like in the temple or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Like I feel like he was just some
No.
dude, and he's been written about so many fucking times.
They're like,
Well, it
how
is-
does he keep multiplying this bread? I don't know. He has a band of fishermen that
And,
that follow him. They're just like, he's like, whoosh, here's a fish for you, whoosh, and one for you.
And like,
If you read the Bible, they were all really bad at fishing. Jesus
he
was
was
the only one that was good at fishing. And he wasn't even a fisherman.
he just figured that shit out.
He just made a shit ton of fish appear on one side of the boat.
I'm serious. There was one time where he was like, tried the other side.
He's like, no, I always fish this side. He's like, do you ever catch any fish?
They're like, we're not catching anything. He's like, try the other side of the boat. And they're like, Jesus, that's dumb. It's 4 feet over that way. Why would we try that side of the boat?
We've always done it this
And
way.
he's like, go build us a house or something, Jesus. He's like, I'm telling you, 3 hours later, they throw out their nets and come back full.
Holy shit.
Oh man, that's I know. Like I think just all that shit was misconstrued. I was talking to my friend about it the other day. Like, you know, they all had like bad hygiene and shit back then. They all they were all just like bearded dudes. Like they just all looked the same for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So like when like Jesus came out of that cave, it was just another dude, and they're just like, oh damn, oh my god.
Like-
They spotted him from like 20 feet, 50 feet away. They're like, is that him? If you guys seen my Instagram, you like kind of seen that I'm a little low key. Like I don't post very much.
Yeah.
That's kind of my
Since, like,
personality.
December?
Yeah, I just don't. I like that December was dead ass my last like performance. It was the
Yeah.
last thing I needed to post for in my eyes. I haven't released a song or anything since. You know,
See, it's just like
but
the upkeep is so important.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Such a drag.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like I know how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be. There's just a certain way I want to do it, and it's
I
like
feel
it
it.
can't. It's not gonna work like that, and that's
Yeah.
kind of where
Until
it was with-
until you get the people behind you.
Exactly. And that's how it was with like YouTube. That's how it kind of was with YouTube. Is like I would try to like do these daily uploads, or I
Yeah.
would try to do like these just like episodic shit. You know, like people do like episodic episodes of
Yeah.
stuff, and I just couldn't keep up with it all the time, or I couldn't finish a full
Yeah.
game, or
It's hard, dude.
and it's just like that grind and
Especially when like you don't have you got to go to work and shit.
yeah,
You know, like
exactly.
a lot of these other people, it's hard to base it off the people that you watch because they do this for their
Yeah, they're
job.
pros.
They make this full time.
or they got
You
mom and
never
dad
like
money.
yeah, you never really get into like the underground stuff or at least like Twitch and stuff like that unless you're an avid Twitch streamer, like a Twitch watcher. So it's like you never see like the come up. So you're only seeing like what these guys are doing, right? You're like, this is working for them. Like it should be working for
Yeah.
me. But it's only working for them because this is all they do all day.
Some
You know
people
what I
just
mean?
get that luck too,
Yeah.
or they start at the right time, like.
Or they know the right like hashtags to post or
Exactly.
you know.
But I mean, shit. Sometimes it's not that hard. It depends. Like I'm trying to do that gaming stuff on TikTok a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, and like I get like 300 to 500 views a post with just doing like for you hashtags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like recently, I just promoted a post, and it's still gaining views. I promoted it for
The
2 days.
promotions work so
That's
good
what I'm
on
saying.
TikTok.
I promoted it for 2 days. It cost me like $5, and I got 7,000 views on that right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
That's
like,
rip.
and it's still going up every day, like just every so often.
And those are like very authentic.
Yeah.
So like it just puts it on more people's pages. It doesn't
Yeah.
like you know.
And you can target it like pretty well. Their marketing thing is like actually pretty well targeted.
Yeah, it's all algorithm. So like, if people are looking at gaming clips, they're gonna see my gaming clips. So it's
Yeah.
not like they're just randomly
Yeah, which
seeing
is
some shit.
cool.
Yeah, it keeps it on there for longer.
And that's what's different from Instagram. Like
dude,
Instagram, just I've had great, like, what is it?
Engagement.
Yeah, I've had great engagement from promoting on Instagram.
Yeah.
But Instagram just tosses it on a random page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see like makeup shit on my page sometimes, or like the most random. Like, I mean, it sometimes is algorithm. It's the algorithm, but on Instagram, I'll just see random ass shit that I'm not interested in.
Plus
popping up as a
Instagram,
thing.
when you do a paid promotion, so when you post on Instagram, it doesn't get to all of your followers.
No,
When you do the paid promotion, it lets all your followers see what you're doing. It doesn't really branch out to other people unless you choose a different
Yeah.
location. So like,
but sometimes
all
if
the
you're-
people that already know who I am are
Checking me out
watching
now,
watching my stuff.
That's why it works. Is like you post. I did something where like I posted a post. I had engagement from random places, and then I looked at like the countries.
Yeah.
And it was different than just like Chico.
Yeah.
So then I promoted the post, and it was like that ended up hitting like 8,000.
Yeah.
It wasn't the post that was 8,000, but the song I was promoting
Yeah.
got 8,000 views.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, so that means the link was actually clicked on
Yeah,
and
that's
shit.
a
Yeah.
good
That's huge.
conversion.
That's yeah, because you get to choose like, oh, I want more link clicks or I want more this or
What's
that.
wild for me is I get a lot of people in Germany.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at least like I mean, I've a lot of people, of course, a lot of people in Chico and Sac, but like when it comes to out of town, it's Germany for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, it seems
you know?
like there's sections of different countries that like respond really well to
random.
American rap,
Yeah.
which is super weird.
and maybe that's why they find underground music so easy. I remember like
Mhm.
Lil Peep, his first like blow up was in Russia or some shit.
Yeah.
and he
Russia's
just went out to
huge.
Russia.
But that's also because how Lil Peep looks. Like he looks Russian.
he
as
does
fuck.
kind of like
He does
Eastern,
look Russian.
Yeah,
Like
and like the way
European.
his tattoo style was and stuff like
like
that.
Eastern European looking.
Yeah, Eastern
Yeah, I
European
see
for
that
sure.
for sure.
I think his mom is from Russia or something like that too.
He might be part
or
Russian.
Yugoslavia
I'm
or
not
something
sure.
like that.
I have no idea.
Tell us your answers.
Yeah.
Comment below.
Was he
We don't know
Russian?
shit.
I have
Was
a
he
Lil Peep
Russian?
tattoo and I don't know.
Damn, poser. No.
But he had like a lot of Russian themes and stuff going on. It
Like a lot of his videos and stuff, yeah, it looked like it was
Yeah.
like recorded in Russia, like
it wouldn't be
graffiti
wrong to
inside,
assume, I feel
like cement buildings and shit like that. And that's like
Is that what Russia looks
that's
like?
pretty Russia.
but I
Been
do
there?
Yes,
I do know that he like went to Russia though for
The-
some shows and stuff. So like it's possible that he just recorded a bunch of videos out there and like
Yeah,
when he was
that
out
makes
there,
sense.
yeah.
And
It
if
actually
that
is
was
in
his
Russia.
style, you know what I mean.
Why? Yeah, no capitalize on it. That's what I was thinking.
And if you're taking Crocodile out in Russia, you're gonna listen to some Lil Peep. That's what you're gonna go out on. You guys heard of Crocodile?
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
It's like heroin, but it makes you grow scales and makes your skin fall off. It's actually very disgusting.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, like eats your skin. It's like necrotizing or something.
Yeah, it's almost like you have what's that? Lupus? No, not lupus.
Necrotizing.
I think I've
fasciitis.
heard about it. Doesn't it like focus
Leprosy.
your doesn't it like focus your hands on like your knuckles and
Yeah,
shit?
it like eats away the muscle and skin. And
You'll
stuff.
grow like scales all the way up your arms, and everywhere that you've grown scales is dead flesh underneath.
You
So-
guys know that's the Black Plague, dude? Like that's what they called it, the Black Plague.
Really?
It just killed
it would
skin
eat,
and stuff.
Yeah, like the bodies were like black and shit too. Like it would
Oh.
just eat away at their body. Yeah, it's something that I didn't know until fairly recently. I was like watching a YouTube video or something on it, and like I don't think they told us about it in school because
Well,
it's a little violent.
I mean,
the crocodile or whatever, that stuff, I guess is it's like some sort of over the counter pain medication mixed with like
heroin.
no, it's like eye drops. It's like these weird eye drops or something like that, and
what?
like yeah, these like fucking.
I know
And
exactly what
people-
you're talking
and-
about
and-
now.
Ooh.
I know exactly what you're talking about now. That shit's like rampant in
Yeah.
like, in like San
In-
Francisco.
It's
and
getting
shit.
over here now, and now they have
Yeah.
a new thing called trank dope.
You could
Have
see
you
Yeah,
heard
I've
of
heard of
that?
that trank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
like
can
trank or
see.
something.
You'll know like someone does it because like people who shoot up, they'll have like a big ol'
Yeah.
Yeah,
like it's dead
Well,
insane.
people in Eastern Europe, they take it whenever the Russian mob is after them,
What the
and it's gonna
hell?
like torture them and shit. And
the
because you
hell?
don't feel anything,
Oh, I guess that
you
makes
don't you don't
sense.
feel anything. It's like it's supposed to be like the most
But isn't that shit
transcendental
gonna kill you?
experience. It's gonna kill you if
I
you.
wouldn't know.
They say it kills
Yeah.
you if you take like one dose.
But they say fentanyl kills you, and like they be mixing that with heroin on the streets too.
yeah, they
Yeah.
be killing a lot more people.
I mean,
with
they
heroin.
still
They
kills
do kill a
people,
lot of people.
but people also don't die.
But
Now people are just taking
You
straight
know.
fentanyl.
I've actually heard
That's what I'm
of.
saying. And
I
people don't die
either-
from
People
it
build
sometimes.
resistance to this
It's
shit, though.
insane.
I don't know. I either know somebody or maybe this is just a story I heard, but they're a police officer and they like went into a raid or a room. I think this is a story I heard. And they went into a raid and all of their partners and stuff, like 6 of them overdosed on
It ain't real.
fentanyl because it was just like in the air.
Police propaganda.
I don't know, dude.
I
It
don't-
sounded pretty sad. But I don't think any of them died.
No, wasn't it?
I don't think
this
any of
is
the-
is
any
this
of them ended
related
up
to the
dying.
one thing that happened in Chico recently? Was it that thing where there was like this huge party? It was like maybe
No,
3 or
that
4
doesn't
years
sound
ago.
right.
That shit made like national news.
No shit.
Like 3,000 people were like fucked up because there was coke at the party laced with fentanyl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like the
That
cops
took out some people we know.
supposedly cops went there and like, so you guys,
Not at that one, but
wait,
yeah, we've had some friends die.
My
that's
boy-
unfortunate. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I understand though.
Yeah, that shit was.
Give me chills a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Moment of silence.
a little bit. But I remember some cops out there. I remember there were some cops out there that claimed they got
Dosed.
dosed or like fucked up by it or something. Yeah, that's the thing though. That's why I do say police propaganda. I'm not here to discount anyone getting hurt or anything. But I feel like I was reading about some research recently where like it's not about like you know how there's stuff about like you touch it and it's gonna absorb it. That's not real.
Like absorbs through
That's
your
not
skin.
real. The police that more than likely have gotten laced with it is probably puffed up into the air when they were like opening
Airborne
a
or
bag.
something.
Think of how
Well,
they-
It's
and-
so tiny.
and-
that's what I'm saying. The dosage that can kill you, especially when you don't have a tolerance to any opiates,
Yeah.
is literally like smaller than a
Well,
penny.
and placebo, bro. Like
That's-
they're walking
mm-hmm.
into a house that's like musty, and like someone starts like getting some anxiety. They start to feel
And then they
high,
test
and they're
it
like,
as fentanyl?
"Dude, I'm high. Like,
Yeah.
we're high right now."
Well, I know, yeah. There's definitely people who like you guys maybe have met people who are like say they're getting contact high from you smoking or something, and like
It is a real thing, but you have to be like hotboxed.
yeah, of course.
Should be smoking
And like
pretty
I've
fat.
read that what's it called? I was reading that like oh damn.
It's all good. Oh, no, good. All good.
Sorry for the noise.
Hey, no worries.
Um
What the fuck, bro?
but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no, I've watched these videos where it was like they were talking about police like overdosing on fentanyl, and like the person that was like watching it, the cops were actually exhibiting more behaviors of a panic attack rather than an overdose, which is actually opposite. It's opposite effects, right?
Yeah.
An overdose, you're slower, heart, and all that. Panic attack, it's like. So like now, of course, I can't speak for everyone or every situation, but there's some issues where, like you say, the placebo is very real.
and people want to like, especially people that are in positions of power like cops. They want to explain why they're feeling that way.
And
They don't want
especially
people to be
explaining-
like, "You're just afraid."
Yeah, another point
and explain
too
it with the
is
war on
that,
drugs. Easy.
like
Right.
because of they're pretty stringent on like getting people into the police academy as
Yeah.
far as like not being experienced drug users.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
You
true.
don't know
haven't-
what it feels
they
like.
haven't done any drugs in general.
Yeah, so they don't know
So
like
how would you know
as
what
soon
heroin
as-
feels like? You
Yeah,
know?
and as soon as they're out of their mind, like that,
don't
some of these
feel
cops,
right.
it might be their first panic attack. So as soon as they're
That's a good point. I never
disassociating,
thought of that.
Because when you're in a situation like that, like I know when I go into like a place like that, I do not feel good.
Yeah.
I've dealt with that before, so it doesn't throw me into a panic attack. But it's like for me, like if I'm in a room with some crazy people
Oh, yeah.
that are obviously crazy,
Feel a little more crazy.
yeah, bro, I'm gonna get into like a panic attack, and they have to deal with that shit all the time. And
Yeah, no, I've had
sometimes
to-
it's the first time, or even if just regular, if I'm in a room with crazy people, even if I was a cop, I would start feeling like
Yeah.
pretty
yeah, no, like I've had to step out on people just because like just the energy's off or whatever.
crazy. Dude.
Yeah, so like
some people are fucking crazy.
And you're
It's
saying like cops have to get those people under control, so it's
Yeah.
like it's got to be like
And
I mean,
that
it's a
stacks on
difficult
top of
job.
it.
It's a tough job, dude.
They're
as
like-
much as
they're like, great, I have
You
to
know.
fucking deal with this now. I don't want to be around these people, and I have to deal with them, and I know they're gonna be crazy.
and then
Yeah, this is
and
gonna
they're on
suck.
drugs.
no
Yeah.
one's happy in the presence of cops. I'm Zaden Z. I'm from Chico, California. You guys are watching Broccoli Podcast,
Yup.
and this is Bitch Give Me Space.
Bet.
This one's like one of my favorite songs, personally. I just recorded it during the pandemic. It's just like, bitch, give me space, like social distance. You
6
feel me?
feet away.
Yeah. But it was just it was kind of a freestyle in a sense,
Bitch, give me space. This ain't your place to go and tell. I've been escaping from this hell. I'm saying, baby, I'm not well, just give me space. Cause we always back and forth, and this time it is not worth. I know I've had it, what to serve, just give me space. Cause you stand way too close, but never standing on 10 toes. You got my trust just running low, give me space. Yeah, I'd rather be alone, just fucking quarantined at home. I'm not answering the phone, fuck, give me space. I don't know why you follow me. You don't do shit but talk shit, you just bother me. Took on my emotion like a motherfucking robbery. But I grow fast, bitch, you missed your fucking lottery. But give me space though, like what the fuck you doing here? I've been making music for years, I ain't asked for your ears. I don't need the negativity and all the shit you're giving me. Some people always feel me, but others think what I spit is weak. But it don't matter though, all I'm doing is me. I don't care if you get offended, it's only truth that I speak. You were never in my mentions cause attention you see. So give me space, bitch, I wanna be alone at the peak. Give me space, give me space. Bitch, give me space. Bitch, give me space. This ain't your place to go and tell. I've been escaping from this hell. I'm saying, baby, I'm not well, just give me space. Cause we always back and forth, and this time it is not worth. I know I've had it, what to serve, just give me space. Cause you stand way too close, but never standing on 10 toes. You got my trust just running low, give me space. Yeah, I'd rather be alone, just fucking quarantined at home. I'm not answering the phone, fuck, give me space. Some old friends telling me that I made it, it's crazy. I didn't think that was my song when they played it. Negative, not surprised, judging with open eyes like I haven't been rapping about this entire fucking time. When I'm down, you don't do shit but stand still. Where the fuck were you when I was swallowing hella Zan pills? I feel lost and hopeless in moments where I can't feel. Give me space like right now, I ain't capping, I don't stay here. Give me space to make music, it's the only thing I love. I keep my groove small, cause I only hang with doves. My trust is always low, cause I made it out the mud. If you wanna test me, bitch, we can take it 1-to-1. Bitch, give me space. Bitch, give me space, give me space. Bitch, give me space. Bitch, give me space. This ain't your place to go and tell. I've been escaping from this hell. I'm saying, baby, I'm not well, just give me space. Cause we always back and forth, and this time it is not worth. I know I've had it, what to serve, just give me space. Cause you stand way too close, but never standing on 10 toes. You got my trust just running low, give me space. Yeah, I'd rather be alone, just fucking quarantined at home. I'm not answering the phone, fuck, give me space.
It's very like, I feel like it's like Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
Dre
Yeah,
style.
Like
yeah.
new school though. New
Yeah,
school.
exactly.
Snoop and Dre. Yeah.
I like that style. That's something I'm like really big on. I like that shit.
I appreciate
You know,
that,
like
yeah.
Doggy Style.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He's pretty fire.
Yeah, that's
That
my
kinda
favorite
reminds me of
position.
that type of shit.
Yeah,
I know.
even us
Yeah.
talking about their job being hard or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
we're not gonna be happy about the presence of cops.
Yeah.
So like it's only gonna make their job harder in that sense. too.
Exactly.
I heard this like really funny comedy bit, and it actually like I think it would help if people got pulled over not only for doing bad shit,
But just being
like a
hey,
cop would pull you
having a good
over and be
day?
like, "Hey, just so you know, I saw you like make that turn. You stopped completely, used your blinker. You've been doing a really
here's
good
30
job.
bucks.
Here's a Starbucks gift card."
Here's a sticker on your license.
Yeah, that would be good because if you pull somebody over for no reason, just say that, and I'm like going to work, I'm gonna be like,
Bro, I'll be fucking.
get fucked, bro.
I'm probably high if I'm driving.
They should have
Yes.
different colored lights.
Yeah, dude,
They should
yeah.
have different colored
If
lights.
they do that, they're not allowed to pull you over or get you in trouble.
They have to
because
stay.
they do red and blue lights, and then otherwise it's like
Green
green
and
and red or something.
Like
And if
Santa
it's-
Claus.
Yeah, if it's green and red, you don't have to pull over. You could just like wave at them and like
Yeah.
just drive by if you don't want the $5.
They gotta state
dude.
their intentions if they're doing that, because like I'm not trying to get DUI tested if I get pulled over for
They're like,
doing
"Wait a
something
second."
good.
Because I'm a hella good
high.
driver.
Like, wait a second, your eyes, bro.
See, they would abuse that shit,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
That'd
Exactly.
be like,
Like,
"Hey, yeah,
Why
never
did you
mind."
pull me over today?
I'm a hella
like,
good
oh,
driver.
you're doing a great job.
but it does smell like pot.
Man,
No, it doesn't.
Now I'm gonna have to arrest you.
Was gonna give you this $5 Starbucks gift card, but now you're giving the state of California $7.50.
Yeah,
for real.
And getting a breathalyzer in your vehicle.
It's got to be like, it's got to be something like fruit from the poisonous tree. You guys heard that term? Like where you can't like you can't search someone's house for something else that the original crime isn't for. That's what it has to be. The same law if they're pulling you over for.
Yeah, dude.
For
But
not-
then they'll be like, okay, yeah, have a good day.
And then they pull you
Somebody
over
else
later.
pull you over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like,
exactly.
hey, we got someone super high coming in.
Or you're like, you have like a bunch of fucking weed in the back, or like cocaine in the trunk, like kilos of coke, and you're just like, all we have to do is drive hella good, and then they can't search us.
Yeah.
At the same time, like I feel like they wouldn't because cops are dicks.
Yeah.
Like I got
Sometimes.
pulled over once, and it was for a broken taillight that they gave me a fix-it ticket for.
Yeah.
And it was 2 SUVs that pulled up on me.
Yep.
For a fix-it ticket.
The backup, they need like they had a
But
like a
like
law for a while that they had to always have backup when they were pulling.
that's
people
so
over.
weird, and that's something. When I
Like
think
an
about it,
ordinance.
when I think about it locally, like it's something that makes me a little uncomfortable. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's no police cars out here; it's all SUVs in Chico,
Yeah, bro.
and that makes me a
Well,
little uncomfortable.
dude,
I mean, I'm not doing anything illegal, but it's still like, and I'm not just saying that for the podcast.
No,
but,
dude, I got
but like it's just like a little, I don't know, it's just power.
Dude, that's what they started doing.
I don't know. You
So
know what
they
I mean?
started doing this in Reading, right?
yeah.
Where they had this neighborhood watch unit, where those cars, there was like 4 of them. They were like all dark blue with a police symbol on the side. The rest of them had the white doors and everything, so that you could still spot them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, "We're just gonna make all our cars like this." So they were introducing it as like a neighborhood police unit, so people would be okay with it. And then they just did all their cars.
Yeah, so now all the cars in
Or dark
Reading are
blue.
just dark blue with
What
dark
the-
blue stickers.
Yeah.
That's like, see, that's something I don't fuck with. Like, I'm not a big fan of like
Fucking
undercover.
Trevor, bro.
Like, I'm not a big fan of that whole undercover thing. Like, going undercover is something, but undercover cop cars being able to exist and pull you over.
Well,
when-
you're not. You
whenever.
don't have to pull over for them because anybody could put a fucking light in their dash or in
That
their
is
fucking
true,
thing. So
yeah.
if they're not marked legally, you don't have to pull over for them, but you do have to call the police station.
This
and
is not
report
advice.
It. But this is a law.
This is not advice.
It's not advice. Don't do this. But
not
it's a
legal
law.
advice. We are not lawyers.
No, fuck
Yeah.
the cops.
Coming straight from the underground.
Nice.
But dude, so
Nice.
yeah, there's these cops out in Shasta Lake City too. You've been out to Shasta Lake City?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay, so they're Shasta Lake sheriffs. They'll pull you over for anything, bro. Like they're dicks, and I get their job is probably pretty hard out there because it's the only people that live out there are old people, young people getting into trouble, and people on drugs. Only 3 types of people, and it's kind of like a poor area.
But shit,
So,
like,
but
Or
there's
people
one
getting on
time-
their feet. There's honest people out there trying to work hard and
Yeah.
do the right thing.
So I went to go take my boy to work at 2 a.m. at Sierra Pacific. I hadn't drank, done no drugs that night, nothing. I was on my way back, and I got pulled over by a sheriff. I was like,
a fucking
dude.
sheriff too.
yeah, those are the only people in Shasta Lake. That's like their whole
they
police
don't have
force.
a police.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of sheriff
Things,
out
so
here.
they're all
There's a lot of sheriff out here.
So he pulls me over. He walks up to my window. He's like, "You know why I pulled you over?" I was like, "I actually don't. I was driving perfect." He's like, "That air freshener in your rearview mirror, that's hanging. It's illegal."
what?
Are you for real?
What?
And he was checking if I was high,
yeah.
and he's like, "Are you in a gang?"
You in
No,
a
I'm
gang?
not in a fucking gang. I was driving a Buick LeSabre, a 99 Buick LeSabre, a granny car, and he pulls up to me. He's like, "Are you in a gang?" Bro, no, I'm not. I was like, "That's the reason you pulled me over." I was taking my boy to his job at Sierra Pacific.
It's so
He's like,
fucking stupid.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you have a good day. Like, I literally fucking hate you, bro.
Not to like say a gang member looks a certain way, but like
Hey,
you
bro.
don't you don't look like a gang member. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You
and
have
I-
a septum piercing. You got
And I always
You-
wear
like,
like collared
what I mean?
shirts and like slacks back in those days because that's what I wore for
even more.
work, bro.
yeah.
So that's really the only type of clothes that I used to wear, and the only ones that I ever had.
Bro, just
because
saw
I was
your
living in
tattoos and
because
was
I was
like-
living in a trap house at that
In
point.
a Buick LeSabre.
To be fair, at that point, I was doing stuff, legal stuff
legal stuff for legal purposes.
for legal medicinal purposes.
He just saw your tattoos and he's like,
I didn't even have any of these.
none
No
of them.
visible tattoos at that point in time.
Dude, the cops are he's just trying to get you for something.
Yeah, bro. I
I
looked so
usually-
respectable and professional.
I usually actually have pretty decent luck with police. Like
Mhm.
they're usually pretty nice to me. The one time I had bad luck, it was so annoying, dude. I was on my way to work. I think I was already late for work, like 5
Yeah.
minutes late for work. And I stopped at the stop sign, and a cop pulled me over like right after that in my truck.
He's like, you didn't stop.
No, he said that I didn't have mud flaps on my tire or on my truck.
Is your truck tall?
Yeah, I had a big ass lifted
Oh.
Tundra with like the tires like barely stuck out, like maybe like
Yeah,
What were
but,
they?
I
They
mean,
were
you're
like
not driving a
35s?
goddamn big rig.
yeah, it's like on 35s and stuff. It's pretty big, you know. It's just like a lifted like.
Bitch, I've seen so many
Yeah.
lifted trucks without
Exactly.
mud flaps.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, you don't have mud flaps. And I was like, I have fender flares. Like, I've already gotten this ticket before. And so I bought these fender flares so
Yeah.
that because that's the other way that you can avoid it. And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not going to work. And he gave me a ticket anyway.
How much?
It's a fix it ticket.
Oh, okay.
And then he was like, oh, and your tires hang out too much or something. And my tint was too dark.
He just was getting me
And
for everything.
he gave me like 6 citations.
Was that out there in Shasta County?
No, it was in Shasta County, yeah, but not in Shasta Lake. It was
Yeah.
a Reading police officer.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, Reading
Yeah.
police are just, I mean, almost as bad.
It was-
Honestly,
it was not
like
cool.
I've always had pretty good with.
Yeah,
it,
that was my only
you
bad
know.
experience.
I've only been pulled over.
I got
once.
caught for tagging, and they didn't end up doing anything.
Really?
To me.
That's
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
I had a friend that got arrested a couple times for tagging.
Yeah, they pulled up.
rough.
So we were
I
out
know.
at this spot. There was like an old truck yard where like they used to work on trucks, right? We'd always like go in through the gate and like tag inside of there because it was going to be demoed anyways. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was a cool little old abandoned, destroyed building on the inside. You know, we
Yeah.
took some videos in there and shit. But there it was the gate that we crawled through before was all boarded up. So there's this little other part like garage thing that was a part of it that was abandoned, and we were just tagging on that. And then this truck comes around the corner and it's all gravel, starts fucking doing donuts, trying to hit us.
Fuck.
We all run out of
Fuck.
there. And I leave my car, parked over there. And so we run to the gas station down the street and all hide. And the cops come and like eventually they find us. And they're like, I got put in the back of the cop car. I was like, yeah, it's just me out here. My boys were hiding in the fucking dumpster area.
Yeah.
And so they took me around to a couple sites where they saw the same tag, right, that I'd been tagging, that I tagged over there.
Yeah.
And put me in cuffs and then drove me around and dropped me back off there and was like, all right, well, I'll give you a call when we want to clean these up. And
Interesting.
he gave me a call one night and I was super hammered. And I was like, yeah, dude. And I was like, coked out and shit too. And I was just like talking to him and he like was like, oh, dude, this guy's fucked up. Like, yeah, fuck this kid. Just fucking hung up. I talked my way out of it.
While I play it. Okay, so yeah, this one was made by my boy Jay Stacks, J Stacks in like Massachusetts or something like that. My boy FFMB Joey.
Hell yeah.
Y'all know FFMB. Yeah, so Joey sent me to him and I got a bunch of beats from him. This was a custom session. And I told him to like mix 2 beats. So this beginning beat is actually another song on the album.
Fire.
Oh, sick.
And then, we let it cut to something else.
I like the way that cut in.
Yeah, that's what I was like requesting. We were like, he just had that first beat as just like the phase, and I was like, yo, actually make something with that first one too. I thought it would fit well on the album.
I've been on my own, it's just me and my crew. Too many people sleeping on me, I got so much to prove. If you speaking on my name, hope it's the truth. I
fuck
got
with
way
that.
too many
Yeah, I
hours, spill my
appreciate
heart
that.
in
So,
the
like,
booth.
that
Cause I've
part
been
originally had,
on
like,
my
8
own,
bars
it's
at the
just me
beginning,
and my
or
crew.
8
Too
bars right
many
after
people
this, and
sleeping
then
on
it's
me,
like
I
a
got
hook.
so much to
And then
prove.
it's
If
15.
you speaking on my
the
name,
game
hope
was
it's
like
the
a
truth. I got
Yeah.
way too
I'm
many
probably just gonna
hours,
write
spill
on
my
that
heart
now,
in the
or
booth.
have one of my homies do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a
Once he
sick
hits
ass
you back.
song. He'll hit me back after that shit's released or something.
Right, yeah.
That's how that shit works.
That's dope though.
I do feel like there's like too many laws against tagging, to be honest. Like, I feel like we need more. I mean, if you go to like Southern California and stuff, you can find some like tagging walls.
There's legal walls, but
Yeah, exactly.
that's not like.
Enough.
No, it's not even that. It's just that's not like the culture. Like the culture is to break the law. You know what I'm
In a
saying?
sense,
Yeah.
yeah. But like that's
Like, they
why I
don't
think
want to-
like we have a lot of empty ass ugly walls. Like I don't. The culture
It's
is
just if you let one person do it, not everybody's gonna be good at it, and they're gonna make the town look like shit. Because I don't know
Yeah,
if you've been around to like LA and shit like that,
Yeah.
and you look around, there's some dope pieces, but then there's just people tagging all
But you'll
over them
notice-
and like
There's
just all
also
over the place.
trash.
But you'll notice it's the areas though. It'll be an area of dope pieces, and it'll be an area of like trash or something. Like what I notice, I mean, it's can't speak for everyone, but like if people are somewhat respectful. It's not always about vandalization. Like if
But it's
there's
more
a-
about like
Yeah.
it's more in place for gangs.
yeah, there's
You know,
that's-
because they just
that's what the laws
they
for.
just tag their words or their names like all over the place, and it doesn't look good.
That's what the
And-
law's for. Yeah,
yeah,
It's
you know?
hard to, but it would be really hard to like discriminate
Regulate.
against that and be like, oh yeah, this is good, and then like
Then you're
I mean,
differentiating this is art and this isn't art.
But in a sense,
because
that's
across
where-
from like my gym, somebody wrote like in terrible, not like it's not letters or anything. Somebody just had spray paint and wrote like whatever this dude's like street name was, like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
train car or something, like touches or abuses kids or something in huge letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
But
like,
in that
dude,
sense, like
I
where
get it, but like fucking please
that's
don't
where
put that
cops
all over the
like
place.
that's where cops have to learn how to differentiate
Yeah.
shit. Like, I
But
think-
if you think about it, their job's already like hard enough. Like adding
But-
like more onto it,
But I
you would
don't
have to hire like
necessarily-
somebody else.
You gotta
that
be an
would
art
come
critic
through.
now.
no, I don't
Yeah.
necessarily
Yeah.
mean the art itself, but like police don't know gang symbols all that well all the time. They'll look at any tattoo and be like,
It's
"Is
a
that
gang
you know?" I got
tattoo, yeah.
numbers on my finger, and they'll be like,
Yeah,
"Is that?"
gang tattoos?
Well, they look at like traditional gang tattoos,
Well,
and then
that's something
anybody
that-
that has something similar, they're like, "That's a gang
And that's the
tattoo."
thing, they can have like a dictionary or something that they
They
that
do.
It's so
They
hard.
actually have like a
for
Yeah.
graffiti.
yeah, yeah.
And
It's
then
tough,
why
dude.
not just like that and then profanity? Like, and just like you said, just fucking something children. And that one
But
to,
here's
like,
the here's the
cross
thing.
that out. You know,
Them putting more laws and stipulations into laws isn't what we need.
no,
We
but
just need like
We need a better
less
society.
oversight.
there's
Like,
a lot of it.
Government overreach is a real problem.
yeah,
We
a
need
lot
more
of it's
personal
like,
accountability.
Yeah, exactly. Because people can't hold themselves accountable nowadays because they don't have to. Because the law is holding them accountable.
Yeah, the stuff with the graffiti too could be fixed with budget changes. Because like, I don't know exactly where like say the graffiti fix budget goes, but like.
No way.
There's like the Parks and Rec and like the homeless help budgets are like significantly smaller than the police budget. Like fucking 80th of the police budget, meaning like nothing. And if it's not the police that take care of the graffiti and say it's the rec crew that does that, then why not give them more
Well,
funding?
I think that statistic is different everywhere you go.
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
of
police
course.
funding,
I'm more
like
talking about Chico itself.
Yeah.
When it comes
Okay,
to that,
that's
like
fair.
Chico police have like 90 million, while the Parks and Rec has maybe like 1.2.
it's because all the fucking parties and shit.
Really?
No, there is. I mean,
whole
I can't
thing
say
is-
I can't say it's not. Well, okay, I can say
90
that
million
it's
is a
not,
lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's not needed that much. But there is a certain level where the police are doing like there's a lot of homeless and drug issues out here. There's a lot of parties and.
But then you also got
overdoses
like
and-
people that
yeah.
freak out when they try to clean up the homeless people. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
well-
mean? Because like, I get it. Like, if you don't got a place, if you can't get back on your feet, but like, a lot of those people really are on drugs and drinking and shit like that.
Yeah,
which
we
is
had homeless people right out here. Like this, you guys saw that fence. There's a bike path on the other side. There was a whole encampment right there. It wasn't like a legal one, but just like a whole like
is there? Where's the post on Nord from here?
Across the street.
It's not across the street, is it?
It's not across
Okay.
that, but it's like that way.
There is a parking garage right over there.
Yeah,
dude.
There's a
Did you see
walking.
it?
That
There's a
is-
walking trail.
That's the parking garage for the
That's the
I
post on
think.
Nord.
I think.
Okay.
Dude, no, it is, dude.
Bro.
That's so funny.
Because I used to live there, and we used to go smoke on the parking garage, and we would watch this camp.
Yes.
Like it started like last year.
You'd watch the village grow.
Yeah, dude. So there was this one guy. I have videos about it.
Yeah.
There's this one super old dude who ended up being like 97 years old. His name's Alfred. I don't know what his name is, but that's what we called him.
Yeah.
King Alfred.
King
and
Alfred.
The king.
you know, he was there alone for a long time. He kept his whole thing tidy as fuck, and it was fine. You know, nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah.
And then some kids bought some wrist rockets and started shooting him at his tent and stuff.
God, bro.
Yeah, it was really terrible.
Up.
And then those
No, some kids.
then those
Some
same kids decided to become heroes and save Alfred from the other tweakers that would like come up to him.
Did you do the wrist rockets from the top of that? Did the kids
the
do
kids
the
did
wrist
the
kids
wrist rockets
were
from the
shooting
top
them
of
from
that.
the
Yeah,
top of
the
that,
kids
yeah.
did that.
Top of
Yeah,
that?
dude.
Dude, some crazy aim.
No, dude. So these things were crazy good because those kids were just throwing stuff, you know,
For a
regular
while.
stuff, and then they were like, Oh, we should get wrist rockets.
Yeah.
So you don't go to heaven if you have tattoos.
No. No, so then like people would come to him and like try to rob him and like just do bullshit.
Steal his bike or
and
some
we'd
shit.
like we'd be fucking with him all day, or they would be fucking with him all day. And then one day this guy on a bike like came up and like was yelling at him. Alfred went inside his tent, and then he was like looking around and picked up something from his pile of stuff and started riding away. And
what the kids do.
So this kid, I won't name him, but he aimed up in the sky, fell backwards, and let one go, and fucking knocked him off of his bike, bro. Hit him right in the head. I was watching the whole time. He's riding. He's like, bink, oh, crashed off of his bike. Sorry, that wasn't in the mic at all.
Might have picked up real small in these ones.
Crashed on the bike, and then he ended up coming back with like 2 other people, and they set up a camp next to him, and that's when it got fucked up because the week later there was 12 people there.
That's what I'm saying.
And they were all
So
smoking crack out there and shit.
when we moved in here, this like a year ago or something, it was chaos. Like they'd be
Yeah.
out there at 4 a.m. screaming. There were some racist ass people out
Yeah.
there. They'd
It's
be
a-
screaming like the N-word.
It
and
was
shit.
about a year ago when they all showed up because
Yeah.
it was last like April when he was there by himself, and then like about 3 months later, about right now is when they really started to ramp
We're
up
gonna have
production.
to take a look out there after this.
There's nothing out
bro.
there. There's about
Is
no,
there
we're
train
gonna have
tracks
to just
across
see if
the-
this is the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have signs though now. They kicked everyone out. They have signs that you can't camp here. I think it might be because like we would complain now. Like we don't got too many issues of homelessy, like in that sense. But when they're disturbing the
there.
peace,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
exactly.
You're
So,
trying
like,
to sleep or go to work or whatever.
Like I'll be waking up.
You're trying to be a productive member of society. If someone's cracked out at 10 in the morning or 10 at night,
fuck man, like they were people. They'd have bonfires right out there, and that's just dry as fuck.
bro.
And like we would see them be smoking crack like through the fucking
You
fences.
see, that's the
like,
problem. Like
through the
people,
cracks.
people get so butthurt about like, no, we have to protect these people. We have to do this and do that. We don't.
They're wrecking
They're
shit.
adults, and I get like some of them do need help, and there are programs, there are ways to help, and there are people that do food drives, like like Germ Deezy. He does that out in Sacramento,
he does
and that's
the
sick.
drive,
and
he
doing
does
stuff
the
like that is
pizza.
cool. But they also have a responsibility to change their own lives, and some of them are addicted to drugs, or some of them are just in a shitty situation.
Yeah, and
know?
it's like that's kind of how it is. Like it is expensive to live out here
Mm-hmm.
and all that, but like it is a matter of dead ass one pay. We're all like dead ass like one paycheck. I mean, I don't know about but you know the
bro,
saying, one
always.
paycheck away from homeless, and I don't know. I was able to save to get into an apartment.
Yeah.
like and
I mean, I've been homeless multiple times, and
If I lived
always
with my grandparents, if I
yeah.
didn't, I would have been homeless. So
Yeah.
it's the same situation. Like I
Yeah,
didn't have
dude.
money coming in or whatever.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
but
You
like,
go shower, you get $10 a month. Go shower at Planet Fitness.
But no, it really like I don't know. Like not everyone's gonna respond well, but they could go door to door and offer to mow a lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could go.
There are
No,
options.
there's ways to do
There's a
it.
lot of suburban
Mow a
neighborhoods out
car.
here,
and it's super
Mow a car,
discouraging.
wash a
Well,
car,
Yeah, mow a car,
like
wash a lawn.
wash a lawn.
have you guys ever had like a situation where someone's like, they ask for money and you're like, I'll get you food, and they're like, I just want money.
Yeah,
That's like, I'm offering you help.
yeah.
You know, none of us carry. Most of the time, I don't have money because I don't carry money.
Mhm.
You know, so
yeah,
like
dude.
it's kind of weird to me. Like when, of course, it's probably for something else that I don't want to assume or whatever. But
When I
you
got
know.
it, I'm down to like give some money, but it's never gonna like $5 here and there.
it's not.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna get them a meal.
Did you know? So
That's it.
I took AOJ my junior year of high school. It's Administration of Justice.
Mhm.
It's like our instructor was an old police officer.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was huge, but he was telling us about how like those people, they make a living doing
Yeah.
that. Like you can
Like
make
close to 100K a year.
yeah.
Oh no, don't. I was just talking to my friend yesterday about that shit.
Panhandling, bro.
There's this dude that's a millionaire. That's a panhandler
Yeah.
in
And
like
he was-
New York.
So my teacher was telling me how they had eyes on this one guy who was panhandling. Then he'd go change into regular clothes and hop in a Corvette,
Yeah.
and that's what he did for a living. Like
Shit, this guy
holy
yesterday
fuck.
at 7-Eleven, he asked me for some money, and I was like, I don't got none. Do you want something to drink? He's like, oh, yeah, could you give me a Rockstar? So I grabbed him that. He I get him that. We're getting in our car, and he hops in a car. He did hop in the. It was the back seat of a car, and it was like an old dude, so maybe it was his dad.
Yeah.
But still, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he thought he was homeless, and then he hops in a car like 5 minutes later, and like shit. But
Yeah, just go outside of a store and ask people for stuff. Just
Good.
I mean,
That'd
it's
be
a
a
way
great
to.
social experiment.
I mean, it's a way to get by though too. At the same time, like like you said,
Yeah.
people make a living panhandling. I saw this thing recently where this like millionaire quit his life and like went to be homeless, and it took him a year. Took him a year to make $1 million.
And that's another thing that my teacher was talking about too. Some people, some of the homeless people, they purposely don't have a house and they have a job, they have a regular life. They just don't want to pay bills.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I want
If you're comfortable living out in a tent in the woods with your stuff not being protected.
That's the thing. If I could do all that with my technology or whatever, with my music and this, like I would. But you know, I got my own luxuries, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we all need amenities, bro.
There's this dude on TikTok or something. His name's like Will Survives.
I've seen that.
You
Yeah.
seen that
He's the FBI fucking knocked down his home.
Yeah, but that dude's fucking lit.
Where he like lives in the woods or what?
Yeah, he built his house in the woods,
He had,
and
like, a
then
mud and wood home.
they were coming to surround his place like fucking what's that one?
Yeah, like
Ruby
Waco.
Ridge, like Ruby Ridge, bro.
Yeah, that shit's
And
fucked up.
he had a drone though the whole time that was up there, and he like saw him coming in. Luckily, he's like, "Oh fuck!" He got all of his shit and ran away. And then he came back, like he escaped them. They were chasing him.
He
and
came
shit.
back and it was all torn
It was
down.
all destroyed.
Yeah.
Nothing was there anymore.
That's crazy.
He spent like a year building that.
Yeah.
And then there's some dude in Alaska who like saw his stuff, saw it got knocked down. He's like, I've got 60 acres out here in like the bad part of Alaska. This dude from Alaska like messaged him on TikTok and shit and was like, if you want to try to survive out here, I'll give you land and you can build your house out here during the summertime when like the long summer happens.
Yeah.
And it gets negative 60 degrees in the winter, so
Goddamn.
like build that shit nice, bro. But yeah, he's like, you can build it here. I won't destroy it. Like you can live out here or whatever.
Do you know if
Do
he
a
took it or-
challenge. Huh?
Do you know if he took the offer or what?
Yeah, he did. They were
Okay,
they
that
were
sounds
talking
sick.
about him coming up in like the next summer.
Oh,
That'd
right
be
on.
At the
sick.
beginning of next summer. So
Hell yeah. Yeah, I found that dude, and that shit's sick because he somehow like figured out electricity out there.
yeah,
And he was doing. I mean, like,
Yeah, he was
he
doing
probably got
shit.
shut down because he was in like a national forest or something.
well, yeah, definitely.
But
They
he
were right
wasn't-
to shut him down, but
But he wasn't stealing power. He
Did they-
wasn't like doing much harm.
They
Yeah.
had that TV show about that fucking old dude McDodge that lives in the Olympic National Rainforest in
I don't
Washington.
remember that. I don't
It was on
remember
the
that.
National Geographic channel. It's like he's like in his 60s or 70s or something, and he runs around the fucking woods barefoot.
That's Bigfoot.
And he makes he like doesn't wear shoes. He makes clothes out of
Yeah.
leather and stuff, and he like lives off the land, I guess.
How old is
that's
he?
cool.
He's like in his
60?
60s or something.
Yeah,
And he's got this
Bigfoot.
huge white beard
Definitely.
and like
I seen that.
Yeah.
So there was
think
a
I have heard of
special
that
with
dude.
him, and then there was another dude that lived in a cave system.
oh sick.
Hell.
And it was showing how like every year when the rains come, because he has all of his stuff in like 60 different caves, he
Yeah,
has to
yeah.
run around before the rains come and flood his caves and his
Yeah,
stuff.
this dude has like a bunch of stashes like throughout the whole rainforest
Yeah.
in Washington,
Dude.
And,
And
so
he's just
he like
allowed to live out there.
I don't know if anybody knows that he lives out there.
But
He-
there was a National Geographic thing
it
about
was
it.
some show about him, yeah, like a documentary. So now I'm not
Now
sure if
they
he has
know,
a
maybe.
house.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
would go to like his friends' houses or whatever. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go check in on this guy," and he'd walk like fucking 60 miles or like 3 days like
Goddamn.
to get to this guy's house, and it's
Yeah.
fucking this crazy house. And he's like, "Yeah, this guy like makes my leather
that
string
guy
or
that guy is a
something."
millionaire. The guy that
bet-
you're talking
yeah, I bet
about.
he is.
He is a millionaire. He on this show that I watched him, or it might have been someone similar.
Where these like
But he was a millionaire, and he was just like, I just didn't want to live in society.
That is
anymore.
what
that's what I'm
happened,
saying.
yeah.
Did these
Yeah.
people like make $1 million and then they're like,
Done.
He's just
Stop.
like,
Yeah,
that's what
I
happened.
he's like, I
Yeah.
hate society. Fuck
Yeah, he
that.
didn't
I
wanna do any of that
understand.
shit. He's like, I hate wearing
I get
a
it.
collared shirt and stuff. I used to watch
Yeah.
his whole show. Yeah,
That's
That's crazy.
Anyway,
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, man. It's been
Yeah,
an
thanks for
awesome
having me,
time.
man.
it's
It was
definitely
fun.
been. This has been cool. Broccoli on the road. We've been trying to get a couple episodes like not in our hometown, and it's really
Mhm.
cool to have some people that are willing to welcome us in and let us set up. And
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome
Yeah.
us to your city.
yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for
Definitely gonna have you out to the broccoli pad.
Yes,
in
sir.
Reading,
Yeah,
Yeah.
come
That'd
on
be
out
sick.
to Reading, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll make it out there one of these days for sure.
Oh yeah.
That'd be sick.
No doubt.
Yeah, Zay, you want to plug and promote anything you got going on? You got shows coming up or your social media, whatever you got?
I don't got nothing coming up right now. I'm working on an album, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be called Infinitus or Unreliable, but also take a look at this logo right here. That's Infinitus Media. I hope you can see it on the camera.
Yeah, that came on.
That's like a company, a brand that I'm working on myself. It's
Okay.
at this point it's just stickers, but it's something that I want to like bring artists into and like entertainers and just like not a record label, but like and not necessarily
Like
collective.
a promotional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Promotional
not a
group.
collective, but a promotional type of thing. Like
Yeah.
a promotional
Like
collective,
that.
I guess is a good
Yeah.
way.
Like do the things that like a label does without like all the label bullshit.
Yeah,
kind
no
of.
sign, no money, nothing.
Yeah.
Like you make your money.
Like come to us, we'll book you for shows and
I'll
like
promote for
your
you,
mu-
or,
yeah,
or find a
market.
manager to promote for
Grouping.
you.
We're friends.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Nice.
And then so yeah, that, and then like you can find me on Instagram, Zaden Z Real. I think my TikTok's the same, except you're only gonna find gaming there.
Hell yeah.
And then yeah,
You can plug your gaming channel if you want to.
it's just my TikTok right now.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
that
Okay.
Zaden Z Real on TikTok, Zaden Z Real on Instagram, and then like SoundCloud's like Zaden Z, but this new album's gonna be on everything.
Hell
so
yeah.
just stay tuned. Just find me on Instagram. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Wait for that shit to drop.
Check them out. And we appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe to the videos. Thanks for watching the Broccoli Pod.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah. Subscribe to everything. We
Yeah.
appreciate everybody who makes it to the end of these videos.
For real.
We're your hosts. I'm Capital J.
I'm Augie Dupre.
I'm Zaden Z.
And we out.
Peace.
Peace.
See ya.